round.
All right, this guy,
hey, somebody's got to be the winner
this is his team.
year.
So he's rocking an Indeedee squad, bro.
I
I don't know if you guys see this. I think my dimensions are a bit off. But he's rocking some Indeedee squad
top cut bracket that will be coming up after this.
with Urshifu and shit.
I mean, you've got Patrick Connors, the North American
Smeargle.
International Champion. I think one of those
Cool.
amazing stories coming
And
out of
then
that
the other
season is that
guy.
Patrick Connors,
Who's the other
he hasn't
guy?
even, think, won a local
Nick
level in
Navarre.
Florida, and then
What's
he goes
his name?
all the way to the
Let's
North
see his
American
team.
International Championships as one of his very first official events and wins the whole
Oh, these guys are all
Yeah,
5'3". What am I
you
looking
put
at?
the work in, you're a good player.
Right here, he's right. He's literally right
You can
there.
make it happen
Okay, so
in
he
the
got a
first
rain
event,
team with
and
Fluttermane and
really
Scarf
impressive too in the
Shifu.
years since,
My
where I really
calculations
enjoyed
is that we're gonna have a
listening
heavy
to
offense on
individual
offense
and,
super
this
crusher
one's
match.
like, get Cedric to,
Basically what I'm
very
saying
much,
is
we kinda
tap
enjoyed
in.
watching
It's gonna
him
get
coming up the
dangerous.
senior division
I'm not
edge,
gonna
but I
lie,
think,
man.
looking
This
at the
Kyogre with
at
3
a
water
place here,
moves looks
I'd rather be
tough.
Kyogre.
Yeah, it's really tough too when this Amoonguss and this
Wait, this is
Rillaboom
fucking
also
nails.
Terra Water, I think
I just
makes it
realized.
Very
Oh
on
my
top
god,
of
what the
how
fuck?
the Mariah
I know
matchups
Nails was
are
still
going to go. One of the more
shice like
popularly
that.
restricted
Oh,
Pokemon
this is
that
one of my
we've run
oldest
into,
friends from
but
Mons.
also how it might feel to go up
He
against
part of
something like
IDM
Groudon,
clan.
Groudon,
He's
even this Torkoal
yo,
in
he's
this matchup.
nasty.
And Nick
I
has
didn't
had a ton
I didn't
of
even realize
experience
until I
with this
saw. I
race
recognized
course.
him by
Taking a look
face.
back at
I
what
didn't even
ran
realize
in
it's
the
him by
IP
name.
to get
I
top
recognized him by
32
name
at the
by
event.
face. I was like,
Couple of
wait,
small
I was like, wait a
changes. He
fucking
does
minute.
have
I
the
know this
Rapid
guy.
Strike here,
Bro,
where he
shout out
has
to
the
Nails.
Legion
I hope he
Previous.
wins.
And
Oh yeah. I go way back, bro, with this guy. Me, CTC, Joey, we all known him since he's the first friend of ours on Smogon that went to go play VGC and then came back and told everybody, yo, pull up. I'm king of this shit. He really is shice like that. I'm really impressed to see him at Worlds fucking 2025 too. He's been playing this shit for like a decade. He's consistent. All right, let's see. Double support guy with the double TR and then Torkoal with the specs on. Chat, what's decorate? Boost your partner. +2 to attack? Oh nah! Wait, +2 on both? Oh nah!
He does have some options here.
Oh nah! Wait, this guy's team is absolutely crazy. Triple Trick Room, and then he gives Torkoal +2, and then you can't get priority attacked, and then Urshifu can get +2 on top of Choice Band Wicked Blow. Hey yo, he cooked. He cooked. Yo, this Weather War is gonna go really hard this game, huh? And that decorate Torkoal and Urshifu that can't even be protected against seems insanity, bro. I'm hyped for this game. These are some crazy teams, especially this decorate shit. I don't think I've seen triple Trick Room users before. It's always like 1 or 2 max. Like we saw a lot of that Ursaluna shit in the Milwaukee, but this 3 TR users is nasty work. I'm hyped. Let's see. I don't know, man. Torkoal, I've used Torkoal so many times, right? In fucking piece of shit OU with the Specs Trick Room, or not even Specs, Charcoal, and it went crazy, so I'm hyped.
Let's get hyped up for Nick Navarre versus Chih-Hung Chu as they take to the stage and enter into our first game of this best of 3.
It's an interesting combination here. We do get the Weather War immediately with Kyogre coming out. We'll activate the Drizzle and immediately have it negated by the Drought from this Torkoal. And, Torkoal Lunala is not a lead combination I've seen a whole lot of, but I think it's kind of fun here. We just see the Fluttermane, which is going to get the photosynthesis boost from that Drought. So the Weather War is not all good, but, I think it's sort of a fun solution, right? I think a lot of, the more defensive leads are really going to struggle with the taunt from Fluttermane, and, Lunala is probably not going to enjoy that either, but the offensive options pretty interesting here, right? Maybe just have the Lunala try to attack the Fluttermane, at least get a boosted fire type attack off with Torkoal, even if you may have to take a water type attack from Kyogre in return. And Nick's sort of in a weird spot, right? We're like, well, I'd love to switch out and get control of the weather again, but can I really afford to do that here?
And I think he's just going to give it up. He's already hovering over the option of keeping this Kyogre in, and despite the fact that he does not have that weather advantage,
My bad. I had to get the door for a second.
To full send,
right.
Hopefully a full HP water spell.
Given
the actual speed interactions of these Pokemon,
Shit started,
this Kyogre will be the second to move on the field, and that's not something that this Torkoal is going to be taking super comfortably. You're also under the threat right now because this Fluttermane is faster. You're either forcing the Terrestrialization out of this Lunala immediately, or it's going to be taking a huge Shadow Ball, breaking that Shadow Shield, and then the Kyogre can hopefully clean up from there.
At how this shit's going to go.
Switch out, Indeedee takes the field instead, and there's the Terra.
Yeah, it's a very interesting move here. We can see the Torkoal coming out immediately, switching out of battle despite having control of the weather. And
all right, so he wants everything started. He needs that whole. He needs the whole field activated for this fucking.
Well, here's the Shadow Ball from the Flutter main that's going to go into this newly terrestrialized Lunala. You can see how that Shadow Shield is going to help out there. But
like no damage.
Defense drop is huge. This
might
be
kill.
a big turn for at least getting some extra damage through.
That shit did nothing, bro.
Does not help for later on in this game versus.
Wait, why did that spout do nothing? I know it's AV and damn, he got everything set up.
And it's a pretty good damage trade for Chih-Hung, all things
considered.
Oh
my god.
I love this angle.
I know, I can see his weight. Yo, he's cooked already. He has too many shits fucking activated.
You have to imagine me air quoting hard trick room because that's
nah, he got all the field effects already. This guy's cooked.
Trying to go for the trick room, a taunt there would have been.
Nah, this Lunala's about to clean up. He got all the field effects correct.
That water spout wasn't so strong, and now Kyogre's had a hard time using that for the rest of the battle. Forced to switch out here, and this bad matchup's looking a little playable.
I don't mind this though.
Rillaboom, the Galar champion. He needed to keep Kyogre in the back to change the weather. You automatically lose if you lead into anti-weather.
Away with a little bit of that water spout damage, is able to maintain that full HP on the Kyogre for a little bit later, and gets something else in return.
To stop this shit from.
Onto this
shit.
Will not be able to go for follow me on the subsequent turns, and this Lunala has the opportunity to go for the meteor.
All right, meteor beam power
Rillaboom is going to be taking a bit better. It's gonna be targeted into that Flutter main though. One of the big problems of this matchup will
this shit's
be
+1/+1. Fantastic Terra for the match in front of us. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking mighty good for Lunala. Alright, so you gotta set the rain back up. You go Rex and reverse Terra, which. He's cooked. He's cooked.
On the field, just being forced to use attacks, but the early advantage there coming with that knockout, and this is probably if I was Nick, I'd feel a little bit off balance here. You know, I was kind of thinking going,
Shit's Joe, bro.
A positional battle, but this more aggressive.
Lunala's not playing, bro. Lunala's not playing.
It really has, and you still have that Torkoal. So despite the fact that Nick is going to be bringing that Kyogre back in, and I misspoke earlier, did take that expanding force, so it is at half HP. That means you're going to be limited to the Origin Pulse if you want, or Hydro Pump. Either of those two moves to really be able to take advantage of the rain. Chih-Hung has the option to bring in the Torkoal.
Yeah, and we saw how well that the Lunala was able to take the water spout. Whatever water type attack we will see here will be weaker than that.
Nah, it's looking Joe.
Don't you
have to fake out the Lunala to stop this fucking ass blast that's about to happen? This Lunala's too ready, bruh. Yeah, okay, so you gotta fake out the Lunala and then what? You double attack and hope you crit it? Shit's gonna do. I mean, Rain's back up, but this shit's a grass type. So this shit's not gonna do anything anyways. I would try to just crit the fucking Indeedee. Oh, he switched it out? What, to get Sun back up or what?
Hey, you know, I don't need the special attack boost that badly. I'm gonna keep playing things a little bit unconventionally.
Okay, because he has light screen up anyways.
Well, there still was also that special defense drop that the Lunala had taken, so that's another debuff that this Lunala is able to cleanse away by removing itself from the field. And
what if you could... The great friend is super shiced, right?
Next to the Torkoal, and this is where things are going to start to get quite risky. Both of these Pokemon having a fantastic matchup into the Kyogre and the Sun and this Rillaboom. And the Origin Pulse, oh, it's going to miss one of those targets. Critically though, it hits the Torkoal,
that did a dick load to Torkoal.
Yeah, the Torkoal in this battle now is looking like it might only be a drought bot for what's left.
Drought bot is funny, but yeah, literally though.
Interesting situation.
Damn, the Torkoal with the wait, was light screen up? I think they should do so much. I know Torkoal's got like base 50, 60 speed F. But oh, because it was one target, so it did more. Okay, true. But isn't light screen up, or did it wear off? Whatever. Maybe I'm overestimating Torkoal. He's offensive after all, so it's not like he's gonna take hits. I might be just overestimating, thinking about OU speed F Torkoal type shit.
You could still go for the U-turn, and so at least that's going to be something that Nick can use to capitalize on still having that fourth Pokemon in the back. But Chih-Hung has been so lights out with going for these manual switches, making sure that he can
W misinformation by many of you in the chat who said that spread moves when they miss do more damage. I see the chat
So for now, Rillaboom's gonna get
correcting
here,
me.
so eventually
Hey,
able to reset
don't write anything in here if you're not confident about it being right. Everybody who wrote that fake shit, I'm banning you now for confident misinfo posting.
Potentially as well. And hey, Calyrex is gonna come in here and probably take
Hell
attack
no.
well, but you're giving a free
All that scrub shit, go post it somewhere else. I'm going up and I'm looking who posted that misinformation confidently, and you're getting banned.
But now we see the Kyogre simply go for the water spout. There was a critical hit, but that indeed still
Glacial
hangs
Lance.
on, and there is no Trick Room. This Calyrex just decides to go for the Glacial Lance, brings this Kyogre down quite low.
Yeah, and that's a critical here where not only is it such an important Pokemon, but Nick getting down to 2 Pokemon would potentially set up a situation where he loses these control of a terrain for the remainder.
That was some Cox damage, right?
I
thought the same thing. I saw that damage, I was like, damn.
Cox.
That shit didn't do nothing. We need a bigger hit.
Maybe Trick Room gets it up on the opposing side, Torkoal comes back in, and despite having that low HP, kind of makes a big play like we saw Ursaring make it low HP yesterday, picked up some knockouts. Or the flip side is still scary where, hey, maybe Indeedee switches out.
Indeedee's been tanking everything. Indeedee with investment is actually a bulky piece of shit. I have played against this one guy with Spadef Indeedee on the OU ladder. God damn, you can't OHKO that shit. Getting up goob support screens, side terrain going back up. Also, Kyogre when it opens its mouth is mad scary.
I'm not gonna go down without a fight. Here's the helping hand.
Alright, helping hand. This shit not doing nothing. Oh, that shit did a nice 1 HP to Calyrex.
Water spout is going to do, but at least you're able to get that Indeedee out of the way. You didn't want to bring the Rillaboom in though because you'll have to
Leech
pay
Seed.
the Glacial
Oh!
but the
Oh, you saw how he just like fucking wiped his forehead? Dude, that was a tough miss.
Maybe even force out this Ice Rider Calyrex on the next turn. But
That shouldn't matter.
goes down, and what a big turn here
I
for
feel like it was a
Chiu-Hung
big
to get
turn,
away
right?
with.
Oh, that's pretty scary here, but it's really going to make the remainder of this game trickier. You'd really like to get that lead seed on.
That lead seed's huge. You heal Goobius off of this. And then you can force switch. Also fake out mind games.
Not quite as effective.
That's a tough miss.
Nails
Nails missed bear moves this game.
Certainly this Rillaboom gonna have a hard time getting through the grass type Lunala later, and also has to worry about this Torkoal. So getting that extra HP on the Calyrex would have been helpful.
All right.
The Grassy Surge go down here, allow the Rillaboom to maybe be a little bit scarier, but other than one more fake out,
So what, you lance the...
It kind of looks like checkmate. You've got the
He's gonna click protect on his Lunala. Oh, wide guard. If he wide guards with Lunala, then Glacial Lance just fails, right? Yeah. You gotta double attack that Lunala, G. You gotta U-turn crit Lunala. And then also... Yo, I hate this Calyrex set. I hate this set, man. Leech Seed, Trick Room, Protect. I hate this set.
The thing to avoid for Nick here is there any way you could avoid a couple turns here where you kind of have to get your Rillaboom knocked out by a Glacial Lance and then allow a Trick Room to be set up, which would probably let Torkoal come in and close this game out despite its low HP. Not a whole lot of time left. Nick's going to have to make a decision here. He knows this game is right on the edge of getting away from him.
Ooh, that was really close for comfort.
Did he just click Terra Grass Woodhammer on Rex? I think that's what I just saw.
Decides to bring in the Torkoal one more time. It's a little bit awkward though when you think about it.
Oh, Terra Water?
A couple of turns
I didn't see that.
Looks like it might be expiring, and that's definitely something that the Torkoal would have loved
Oh yeah,
to take
Terra
advantage
Grass.
of. But because of the Pokemon that are left, there's not really.
Okay, I'm curious how this is gonna go play out now.
Yeah, the Terastallization on Nick's side is good though. The Woodhammer going to come down here and do a bunch of damage to his Calyrex.
That should have fucking nothing.
Yeah, that was a lot. I think even with a second Woodhammer with the grassy terrain, that might be enough, especially after the chip of this Glacial
Oh!
With that Glacial Lance
Torque. I mean, it doesn't matter. That Torque lived.
KO onto the Torkoal, and is unfortunately going to miss its mark. This water terastallization though.
Holy shit, that did so much to Rilla still.
There were no critical hits either, so Nick knows, especially after this grassy terrain.
Okay, so Glacial plus Woodhammer now kills both Mons in front of us, which would leave Lunala versus 2. But I think Lunala would easily win that because everyone is weakened. Unless Trick Room is somehow set up. Okay, on Woodhammer. Okay, good play.
Yeah, because even if the Lunala comes in and you go for the wide guard, this Ice Rider Calyrex is never going to get enough damage.
Wait, this is mad interesting now.
For this Lunala to kind of catch up later. And so while
if that Leech Seed hit, the fucking Calyrex would be dead by now too.
Onto the Calyrex. This Torkoal comes down, the Lunala is forced to come in, and I think Nick is feeling it right now. The game win is in his sights.
Yeah, it is in his sights. I thought he was cooked, but he looks fantastic now. Right?
it's trained so well to really do its job.
But then again, so Calyrex on Nails' side is gonna die to Moongeist Beam here, and then Rilla can't kill Lunala with U-turn. That shit's gonna bounce off. So I think it's actually just Chih-Hung wins this, right? Because you fucking you kill Calyrex here with Moongeist Beam. Oh, protect and U-turn twice on the shit? Oh no, kill this shit. Oh, this is a 50-50. Kind of. No, it is a 50-50. Yeah, this is a fucking mind game. Because if he targets the Rilla, then he'll win.
Can Chih-Hung get a double protect?
But if Rilla protects as he attacks into it and then he gets like glacialed, he'd lose, quote unquote. Oh nah, this is some real mind game shit, right? Oh, this is crazy. Okay, gun to my head. You know what I'm clicking here?
It's just kind of hard to see a situation where there's just enough.
Glacial Lance Lunala is what I'm doing.
Is going to go for the protect as well, also trying to bait out the fact that you do have that wide left.
Oh shit, come on.
That's such a big deal. Nick on this turn was banking to use this wood hammer
to knock
it out, and that means
I told you to Glacial Lance the Lunala player.
The goal, try to get this Rillaboom out of the way, and with the Meteor Beam actually is going to delay it a turn.
Why did he go for the raw Meteor Beam? Wait, what? Nah, but I told you Glacial Lance the Lunala was the right play. I'm him. I told you. You were not getting me with that weak ass protect. But why did he raw Meteor? Is it because Rex lives anyways? Nah, that was super sized.
Going to have to go for something different this time.
Well, are you sure? Because maybe
did he need that +1? That little extra boost? Did he need that versus clicking Moongeist? I know he obviously read the protect, but goddamn, it's like that's a big ass play, no? Because it's like it's only 20% more damage. Then super effective. Oh man, he's cold for that though. With the tense ass music too. Cali lives Geist at the HP it's at? Yeah, I guess you're right. It is. This shit's bulky as a bitch. Also, you might have needed that boost for Rilla. You're right, actually. I just realized it's goddamn AV. You're right. So this is dead.
Not the protect onto Chih-Hung's Calyrex. So Woodhammer does get the knockout there.
Oh my god, this is
Lunala capable.
Okay, Lunala's gonna kill Rex here.
Find out. Woodhammer recoil is also going to make this a little bit tough, but as this Lunala lands the Meteor Beam into the Calyrex,
holy shit. Yo, did you see him just get hype as fuck in the camera? Dude, he played crazy. Nah, but I said Glacial Lance the Lunala. Nobody is clicking. Bro, come on, bro. He's not clicking no fucking protect on the Lunala, bro. And he's not going to attack into Calyrex on some bot shit. Oh, that shit did not. Nah, this Chih-Hung went stupid in the end.
Yeah, even though this Rillaboom does have this selfish, it's been taking the chip from.
You think the crit mattered? That shit was +1.
And Chih-Hung pulls it out in this first game. That double protect so critical to allow this Lunala to go.
That leech miss was pretty fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. That was a super close game. I think Nails would have won if Leech Seed hit. That's my maybe controversial take. I think if he hit that leech, he would have won.
This is an incredible start with that switching at the expanding force.
That was a super shice game. Nails recovered well because he even lost lead matchup correctly.
You don't see players even attempt it very much.
All right, we'll have a nice spin back now. Blunder breathes and eats Sucker Punch predicts. If he gets access to Protect Mind Games, he's farming. You know what's crazy? Winning a Protect Mind Game is actually a lot more satisfying than winning a Sucker Punch Mind Game. Because Sucker Punch has like both going for it and not going for it. You can argue are like the try hard play, but Protect. Man, when I catch my opponent clicking protect, I just shake my head in disapproval because I know, like, oh, you're a pussy. And this is for singles. Doubles is obviously a different game. But when I'm playing singles and that Gliscor stays spamming protect, or that Heatran stays spamming protect, and I just know and I catch it, all I can think in my head is, you're weak. You're damn weak. Click and protect like that over and over again. Caught your ass. That's all I can think. Seriously.
Maybe it works this time, right? After that really aggressive play the previous time, kind of puts Nick on the back feel like, oh, I don't want to take that huge expanding force again that made that matchup.
Protect glide score is low-key more annoying than Roost glide score? You're right. It's no low-key. It's high-key. We got the same lead matchup, by the way. So this is, again, disadvantageous for Nails. Maybe he over-predicted, or maybe he's just confident in this. But this lead's, like, bad for him.
Turn 1 of game 1 played out. The Ndidi switched in.
Ndidi's coming in, right? Yeah.
This gigantic expanding force, and it already put that Kyogre quite low in HP for later on in the game. And as we see this game 2
the treasure hunter.
Oh,
he went to Rex instead. Okay, so we're gonna see Terra turn 1 on
maybe it is a Trick Room
on
yeah. I don't know if I could have.
Terra Grass Lunala is like an ultimate fuck you to this Kyogre type teams, huh?
Once again, I think that just kind of makes sense given this matchup. You know, Lunala can't afford to take too much damage from this Kyogre. Did do a decent amount of damage Water Spout even in the sun last time.
Blunder, you're the GOAT, bro. I'm driving to work, watching the stream, and this is probably day 129 in a row of watching your vids every day. Shout out to Cameron. You're the GOAT, man. I'm glad this can bring you some entertainment on your way to work. Appreciate you, gang. Appreciate all of you. I've been streaming a lot lately. This shit's been fun.
In the Trick Room to take advantage of it right away.
And what an incredible way to do this, right? Where we don't really see any of the support Pokemon, still gets the turn 1 Trick Room, doesn't really get any significant damage on his side of the field for it, has the weather control.
That Water Spout really bouncing off, man.
For all the turns of Trick Room. I don't know if I could quite have imagined this when we were looking at the matchup before the match started, but I'm just really impressed by this player. It's just such expert play on a team archetype that you know, doesn't usually work at this level if you're playing in a really telegraphed way. This is some special gameplay that we're seeing.
But
special gameplay is funny.
You called out the taunt on the Fluttermane, and I think this is the reason why. How easy
these Pokemon are so funny, it makes me want to merge without looking. Chill, 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 chill.
With that taunt specifically,
don't show down and drive.
You just have to look at trying to stall out these turns of Trick Room.
He not stalling them out, bro.
Chiu-Hung is taking this first one to just go for a protect onto this Ice Rider Calyrex, but he is feeling it with this Moongeist Beam into the Fluttermane. You are going to be dealing a massive amount of damage, putting this Fluttermane down to its focus sash, but that means on the subsequent turn,
wonder what team would I bring to a VGC to her?
Does not have too much longer left in the second game.
Oh, and it attacks into the protect. So
dude, probably something with just strong ass moves, to be honest. I think my strongest skill in Mons always has been reads, you know, like hard reads. So whatever team has the highest read potential, I would probably just go with that and just go for it. Go for it. Like hope I get the plays right, you know? So not like a cheese team that like isn't good and you have to get like a lucky matchup. Just something where you can play your outs. Anything that's like very read heavy, I would take anything like that. That's like the usual teams I take. That's why I like Choice Item Mon so much.
You don't want to switch in your Ice Rider Calyrex to be able to take 2 attacks, and especially if you suspect that something like a Shadow Ball might be going that way too. Or
even Kyogre takes so much from this shit, bro.
So Nick, unfortunately, in the second game,
like what Michelle their bestie 2 has, I would run some shit like that. Chien, Ban Knight, like just straight offense. You could tell he plays single the way he brings his team. Like he just has a like he read heavy ass team. But he's a reads heavy player. I saw his series versus the who was it? Was it Federico? What was the Sucker Punch series with Michelle their bestie 2 and the Basque Legion? And it's one of the craziest series ever. That was one of the first VGC sets I saw on stream a couple months ago. That shit was absolutely ridiculous. Crazy ass set. This versus Federico? Yeah, that shit was absolutely ridiculous.
Trick Room is so exciting. Neither of these Pokemon look quite ready to be knocked out. I just have to worry about a potential wide guard. And maybe if you're a Nick, like, okay, well, I'm threatening this. I can try to reverse the Trick Room. But if you do that and just get double attacked, the game is going to
the 2 Calyrexes on screen fusing was tripping me up.
Can you get away with this Glacial Lance? Can you get away with a Leech Seed?
This is fucking difficult, bro. Between the Trick Room, the terrain, the sun, it's like all the field effects are not P for Nails.
On his side, since you don't have wide guard from Nick to worry about, you know you're gonna get the knockout onto the Kyogre unless the Kyogre goes for the protect. But this Calyrex still would not be able to get any damage through. And how much is the Leech Seed really going to add up for the rest of this game?
Kyogre puts protect.
Kyogre is going to get the protect here. Decides that, hey, you know, I don't want to be a chilling Nay boost yet.
I don't want that chilling Nay. Funny ass ability there.
We now see that there's
God,
no
not being able to see the
actually
field effects
selected
shown on the
for
screen
this
constantly is
Lunala.
absolutely ridiculous.
Calyrex as an ice type
Playing on
going to
cart
make
is
that
so
Glacial
hard.
Lance just a little bit better, especially because it's
The
bulky.
leech seed
It
hit.
does land the leech
Yes.
seed this time around onto Chih-Hung's own Calyrex ice. Expanding Force 2. Chih-Hung did not get that call right. I think Nick
Nice call.
gets one turn now.
Nice
Needs
call,
a
Nails.
couple more to get right in a row to get through
This
the
shit is-
trick room successfully.
Damn.
But
That was good though. He got
Yeah, it's pretty big. Where
if you press
you
the
know, the
plus on
Calyrex
Switch,
not
you can
likely
see
to want to
everything.
leave battle
That's
on
nice.
The opposing side of the field, so this leech seed could really pay off. The Calyrex and Nick's side of the field going to end this turn almost at full HP, and now you're cooking a little bit, right?
I mean, this Rex is a big ass threat, and he still has Terra in the back. What's Nails' Terra on Calyrex? Water? Fairy.
But I still have a turn here where I'm threatening.
Why is it Fairy?
That slot. So, Kyogre, you're going to switch out, or I'm going to pick that knockout out, and still feeling pretty good. We see the final Pokemon is Rillaboom here. Also, not a Pokemon who looks super excited about the idea of taking a boosted Glacial Lance, and
For dark types?
once Trick Room expires, things get a little bit scary here. You know, Kyogre would love Trick Room to expire. The Calyrex would not, you know, facing down that boosted
For Shifu?
Lunala and losing its speed advantage.
Oh, and
potentially.
Chen.
So, still
Yeah,
a tough
fair.
spot for Nick.
I just assumed water.
It is, and I think that's where
Is
we
better.
have to look at this next.
Oh,
turn
Zama
here
and
from
that
Chih-Hung
only
to
runs Heavy Slam as
actually
its steel
now,
move?
as
Facts, 'cause you're already
we
heavy.
Here, preserve the
True.
Lunala. After getting that Meteor Beam boost, it feels bad again, but Chih-Hung said it's okay in that first game, and it worked out.
Torkoal
beautifully
is
for
so
him.
fucking
And now
tiny
you
compared
find
to
your
these two
Torkoal
big
back onto the
beasts.
field to hopefully get through
It's just
these
pretty
next
funny.
couple of turns, and you are also going to be able to take this Ice Bird Calyrex just a little bit better. But we see Chih-Hung is able to go first. You've got this attack boost onto this Ice Bird Calyrex.
Where'd my
It's just a
game just
one-hit
go? My
knockout
bad.
onto
Stream
the
just froze for
Rillaboom.
me.
And so now Nick is stuck with just his Kyogre next to the Ice Rider Calyrex, but at least you get weather control for 2 turns.
Yeah,
My
and so
bad.
Kyogre's gonna be able to come back in. I'm not gonna say for free, but
See.
first this Glacial Lance will come down. The damage does matter. You're going to see the Leech Seed attack this Calyrex at the end of the turn as well, and the HP is going to start adding up here. Not a whole lot of health left for this Calyrex. Will heal a little bit before the Leech Seed comes in with the grassy terrain, and after about 47 different end-of-turn effects, the Calyrex and Nick side is going to be very healthy, but its teammates will not. Kyogre going to switch back in eventually. With,
Damn, he's down
its low
2-4.
HP, and
Been there
while
myself
Trick
before.
Room is going to expire, and the Drizzle is going to be set for Nick. He had to
Rilla
pay
died
an
off stream like a
incredible
side
amount of
character.
resources
That was my
to get
bad,
through this
bad-
Trick Room. Really
bad
only got
timing.
the Leech Seed on the opposing Calyrex and a bit of damage in well, more than a bit of
Can we get a
damage
Legend
from
Za?
Calyrex,
Absolutely,
in
bro.
exchange for his Rillaboom, his Flutter Mane, and almost all of his Kyogre's HP.
This is a tough turn, though, and Nick is going to have to hold this Origin
Pokemon
Pulse
Legends
land
are out
onto
soon.
both targets. From here, the Ice Rider
Shout out
Calyrex
Shane for the
is
15
surely
months.
going
Thank
to
you so
pick up
much.
The final bit of HP on Chih-Hung's, but Kyogre is on
We on gold to
its
700.
last couple of legs for
Make sure you guys
the
like
rest
the
of
stream
this
if you
game
haven't
too,
already as
and
well.
Nick
We got a lot
needs
of people
this Origin
watching.
Pulse to land.
We're gonna need at
Yeah,
least
I mean, it would put
1,000 likes
pick
on
up
this
those
stream.
knockouts if it
At
happened.
least.
However, on the other side
That's
of
the
field,
going
well,
rate,
I could
you
give
know.
up those 2
So
KOs if I
make sure you
think
like the
my
stream.
2 back Pokemon beat these 2 Pokemon. But since Nick can't switch anymore, you get a lot of
Damn, I wish
freedom
this
on
Kyogre
side
had
of the
Ice
field, right?
Beam.
Okay, well,
Shit would have been
I can put 2 Pokemon
shit would have been
lined up at
amazing.
the end of his turn. Maybe I sacrifice
The
one
old
Pokemon
triple
at the
water
end of the
move.
end game. We do see a switch here. He's like, all right, I need
The
10
old
to
mono
control
move.
the weather.
Shout out Joe Min in the
My
chat.
path
What's
through the
good,
game is a
yo?
little bit different than just allowing these 2 sacrifices.
So-called free
And the
thinkers when
MVP
Legends
now
Za
gets revealed as
shows up.
4th and final. Same Pokemon then that we saw in that first game, just in a bit of a different order. And this Calyrex Ice going for the Protect does make things just a little bit
Indeedee was a good
easier,
switch.
as we see it's able to hang on for a little bit longer. Next turn, though, if it gets knocked out, maybe we see this Indeedee be able to go for the Trick Room. And it just has to get sacrificed here. Absolutely. The Origin Pulse connects, and with this Glacial Lance to follow it up,
Okay.
now Nick actually kind of comfortably back in this. Full
Okay,
HP Calyrex
okay.
almost, and you have a boost of your own.
Yeah, I mean, you don't hate that if you're Nick, right? But you get the
Yeah, but is the
knockout,
torque
Pokemon
not-
count
is
getting
the torque
similar.
not,
What's scary is that his
poised
opponent chose that, right? That was the most likely outcome.
still
his
be able to
actions,
win?
and probably what he expected to occur there. The only other thing that really could have happened was a Trick Room.
Or is this
Calyrex
Glacial
almost
guy
get
gonna
knocked
win
out
by
here,
then?
So it looks like it only has a single turn left if nothing changes. But the assumption then.
Well,
is
you
like,
can't go
okay, well,
Torkoal here because
I thought that
then
Nick would do that.
Water
I thought
guy
that giving up
is
this
gonna
Pokemon
kill
was the
everybody.
right
Yeah, you
move,
gotta
and
send
now
out
this is
this,
the combination
and you
of
gotta kill
Pokemon that I
Ogre.
need.
But if you
Lunala
get
coming
Glacial
out, you can't
Lance,
protect. So,
wait,
the assumption
Nails
is like, all right,
wins.
this is
Does
the
he not?
decisive turn. This is the 2 Pokemon. My Calyrex
He was
either
down
goes
2-4, but I
which
feel
is
like
the
Nails
likelihood
wins now.
because,
No?
The likelihood that winds up being a little scary.
Or does
for the
Wide
Torkoal,
Lens,
so
not Wide
we'll
Lens,
see
does
if
Wide
he
Guard
can
guarantee your win because he can pick off the,
Torkoal
if you, oh, so you
again
Wide Guard with
gets rid
Lunala
of
and then you pick
rain,
off
but
the
then
the
even
Kyogre?
still, this
Is it like that? Because if you wide guard with Lunala, Glacial Lance just fails?
But the problem with this
Oh,
Lunala,
no.
then do you feel forced to actually have to go for the wide guard to block this Ice Rider Calyrex damage?
Or do you wide guard and then switch Cali into Torque to reset the conditions?
But this is going to have to go correct as well.
Okay.
Yeah, keep in mind, you know, 2 of Kyogre's attacks are spread moves as well, so do you anticipate a wide guard? The Hydro
I wasn't sure if he would go Torkoal there to change the weather, but I guess he didn't need that.
Is going to be the terrestrialization of
Okay,
choice
cool.
for Nick.
Terra
As we see
Fairy
the
makes
rest of
total
this turn
sense.
play out,
Ogre
Kyogre
clicks
first
Protect.
And Chihung may be able to weave something in here like a
Oh, he went for Force. Wait, why didn't he go for why didn't he go for wide guard? Is he not gonna fucking die now to Lance? Wait, what? Hey, yo! Hey, yo! I guess he Terra'd anyways, but why didn't he fucking... What? Why didn't he wide guard? Nah, what? Cold? Nah! Nails came back from 2 to 4 is crazy. Wait, I need somebody to break that play down for me, because there's definitely a layer to this that I'm not seeing.
Healthy or something, but yeah, you can't. It looks so bad for Nick, right? He was really behind there, but was able to battle back in this one. Kyogre staying in the field's a big deal too. Well, continues.
Yeah, because he knows the Cali only had Glacial, which is why.
The wrong Pokemon was preserved after all.
Now, Glacial Lance is going to be resisted by this Torkoal, but because of how the 3 boosts now that this Ice Rider Calyrex...
Nah, you should have just clicked wide guard. That should have no attacks.
Sometimes it doesn't matter. It just matters that you've got a ton of damage. I'm not going to do the math there. But this, I mean, this Kyogre... Does it just finish it off?
Maybe just over-predicted. It's always a big turn every time in this. Nah, Nails is fucking shized! 2 to 4? And then he won 2-0? Yeah, IDM forever, bitch. Nah, let's go.
Who will move forward to this world championship top cut?
Blunder, can you please not stream at like 4 a.m., bro? Bro, where the fuck are you that it's 4 a.m.? What is 14 hours ahead of New York? What is 14 hours ahead? Japan? Japan might be more than 14 hours ahead. I know China, India is like 12, 13 hours ahead. Where are you at, bro? Also, bro, no, Australia is more than 14 hours ahead. I think Australia's like 16 hours ahead.
You know, maybe if the Leech Seeds hits, we see something more similar to what we saw in Game 2.
Than New York,
so,
I think.
All
that being said, bro, I'm streaming an event. It's not like I just went live randomly as a fuck you.
He saw the same thing as Game 1, was able to beat.
I'm in Australia. It's 4 a.m. here.
Oh,
it was 16 hours. Heard you.
But maybe this
It's
time
3 a.m. in
around,
Japan, not
Chihung
4.
did just decide to
Look how
go
close I was,
for-
man.
If you go for the trick
I'm a
again,
time zone
you can
genius.
Say, okay, I'll just taunt you this time
Ooh,
around.
I like all their little animations they have for their transitions. All right, time for a chilling, bone-chilling Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking roll.
2 Pokemon that can't attack, so you know, they're kind of all one direction or another. But despite everything we've seen in the first 2 games, these trainers are both like, hey, I like what I've did in the previous games. I think that this same lead combination is going to send me to the top cut of this World Championships.
It's gonna have to be make
same lead all 3 times. Well, I favor Nails. I don't know how I couldn't. If the first 2 games, all right. I could never do this. I would have shaken myself out. And just change the leads at this point. I could never do the same shit 3 times in a row.
Can play out for him, neither of which are actually that great. Where the Shadow Shield for this Lunala is so irritating, right? Where you'd love to just taunt it to kind of limit its options, but if you do that, then your Kyogre's barely going to be able to do anything between Drought and a potential terrestrialization again. But it still worked out last game for Nick, right? Where you kind of got like the worst case scenario and it was still okay. So do you make the same move again, or do you think, hey, you know, I don't know if I can survive giving that much up? Nick doing a great job of taking all his time, thinking this through. This is a choice with a lot of consequences. We'll have to see what the trainers choose to do here.
Yeah, really big.
If their bestie wins Worlds, they're shutting down Showdown immediately. Alright. So we see Indeedee come in for the 76th time, or what? Oh, what the fuck? Finally! New challenger, bitch! Oh, spin the block with the 20 gifteds? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, yo. Yo, let me see major W's in the chat right now. The Urshifu came out and my bro sent the 20 gifted. Wow, that's huge. The 20 bomb is crazy. Thank you so much, homie.
Yeah, things looking great for Nick there, and it was a great read. You know, Chiu-Hung probably thinking, oh, I didn't...
going back up to 700.
Surely I can get away with it.
Thank you, bro. That's what he gifted his big members. Make sure y'all join the server if you haven't already.
The single striker Urshifu, not the rapid striker Urshifu that we know and love. This Urshifu really prefers to be under Trick Room, going to have a hard time with that Flutter main who has that huge type advantage.
Damn, so Urshifu came in immediately and already got hit pretty hard.
Suddenly, Nick's looking
I think
really good
Nails...
so doomed at the beginning of game 2.
I mean,
he like lost nothing off the turn 1, right?
Player like Nick Navarre, he's been
what is Shifu even gonna do here? He just loses a Mon to Moonblast, right?
Champion, but also having
okay, switches out Kyogre, not wanting to take.
Competitions, and he's able to get that call right in these game 3s. You know he's been here before. The work's not cut out just yet as Nick is.
Nah, I'm fucking with this, yo. This is the new Urshifu is cool. He can sucker for chip.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Flutter main kind of just got knocked out quickly the previous game. This time it's out for...
Okay, so we see the Terra Grass here, which he always is forced to click every game. He clicks this for Kyogre.
Lunala forced to Terastallize, even though it's in a pretty awkward spot here without weather control. And
hits the sucker on Flutter main just to break the... No, he tried to catch an Ogre!
Get another read.
And the Moonblast here will finish off.
Oh!
Good for this third game. Already, Chiu-Hung goes down one Pokemon. And
oh no!
It's gonna be
oh, he's fucked! This is gonna live! Oh wait, he meteor beamed anyways, so this wouldn't have brought thingy to Sash anyways. Nah, he's cooked, bro! Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked. The thing didn't even lose what's it called? Sash. This is finished.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen Nick take a Pokemon advantage other than a 2-0 and 2-1 at the end of the previous game.
Nah. It didn't even lose its Sash.
Yo!
Man. That's like having 5 Pokemon. I'm sorry to say. What do you... How do you bring this back as Chiu-Hung? I feel like Nails finally got what he wanted out of the lead matchup. I feel like Nails probably... Nails what? Played the same lead matchup 3 times just to fish this out? This looks fucked. Click X now is crazy. I need to find out what the greatest act of BM was in a real life Pokemon tournament. I know that there was the TCG. There was like a TCG player, and he like did like a motion with his hand, and he got ejected or something from the tournament, something like that.
Because he knows there's no Terastallization to worry about.
And you can just go for the fake out onto the Ice Rider Calyrex and go for that extra offensive game plan on the next turn. The Moonguy's Beam will help out a little bit to make sure that this Flutter main is a bit easier to manage, but you still have the speed control. Because that fake out was onto that Ice Rider Calyrex, you cannot set up Trick Room this turn.
Yeah, now it's sort of a tricky spot. Previously in this set, that 1 HP
he mimed rolling dice, but they DQ'd because it looked like he was jerking it.
Pretty expensive deal with it being the quickest Pokemon on the field. If you want to pick that knockout up, you have to take a lot of risk where
the world's incredible.
These 2 Pokemon could likely pick up the knockout in the Calyrex.
Alright, Flutterman gets to get off another big attack here.
The Tauntaus just won't off.
Most likely, right?
Potentially, either these Pokemon use Trick Room. All of the options are available for both trainers, but Nick is still right on the precipice again. But he was right on the precipice of losing before, and it was able to be turned around. So we'll have to see if his opponent can do the
precipice
same thing.
of losing. I'm gonna have to use that. I was in the
yet,
precipice of losing, but I came back.
Set up on either of these Pokemon. Torkoal can come in and at least deal a little bit of damage while the Kyogre is. When
ref do something goes horribly wrong.
This Kyogre is still quite healthy, and
okay, let's see.
Waiting in the bag, you know, it's really tough from here as. This Flutter main is going to commit its Terra.
Okay. Terra.
Trying to see maybe a
Terra Fairy.
U-turn could pick up the knockout.
So he wants the boosted ass attack.
Sets up a world where the Kyogre could finish the game off.
He's gonna go Lunala, right?
Yeah. Into the Lunala first, and it is going to take it down quite low. The special attack drop.
Is this to guarantee U-turn kills? Shiest play.
U-turn does the job. Chiu-Hung in this third game.
Yo, is that to guarantee? Yo, he's cold for that. I was like, what kind of Terra is that? But he was. Yeah, because he's gonna lose, but he's gonna lose the Flutter anyway. So he's like, let me get the kill. Because now you can bring back an Ogre, right? Or do you go to your own Rex? Yeah, you don't even go to Ogre. You go to Rex. That shit takes no damage. It's over. Rex wins. I mean, not Rex. Ogre wins now, right? Nah, Nails is a beast. It's over. Ogre Water Spout all over your bitch. It's done. It's over. I'm not gonna lie. He definitely. Yeah. He low-key kind of threw after game 1. Dodge, Leech Seed, and win. those next 2 games, he kind of let Nails cook.
For the rest of the game.
Yeah, at least get some resources.
Wow, well, I'm happy for my boy Nails, you know. IDM. IDM Nails. That's what's up. That's what's up. Go did.
Things are a little bit bleaker here. No Trick Room setup this time. Torkoal going to need to enter the battlefield as the final Pokemon on his side of the field. Rillaboom is going to come out for Nick here, enabling him to switch out into Kyogre whenever he wants to and get the weather control for the remainder of this battle.
Solid.
That is tough though, because you are in a spot where you have a couple of decisions you can make. If you're the Rillaboom, do you go for the fake out onto this Ice Rider Calyrex? Are you actually okay with switching in this Kyogre in order to take an attack from the Torkoal?
Fortunately,
and you have the choice back.
None of these things matter.
That is a good thing for
this Kyogre is about to drop that
fucking
nuke.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to say.
I've
been here before. I've been here before where I'm trying to Doctor Strange it and see the 1-win possibility. It's Jova.
The fake out is almost certainly going to come down to
the Water Spout will be going stupid.
Pretty telegraphed play. And yeah, I think the fake out onto the Calyrex is switching to the Kyogre is really tough to deal with. You know, the Torkoal can't protect next turn.
Never exhaust. Got exhausted first all 3 games. Lesson in there.
Calyrex is going to be isolated against 3 Pokemon, potentially one of which can leech seed it.
And as the Kyogre comes in, it sets the
also,
rain and sets
no hate, but
for
we
the
got to
rest
give this
of
Bandit or
game.
Shifu an award for the most useless Pokemon in a VO3. That brother came in on an attack, failed Sucker Punch, and died to the next attack. That brother did nothing. Leaving out Indeedee was a brutal mistake in my opinion. That shit had great support.
Yeah, maybe we're having a little fun here, given that this game has kind of gotten out of hand, and kind of regardless of what happened there, maybe wanting to deliberately knock the Rillaboom out and provide his free switch there. Regardless, though.
Oh yeah, we never got to see Smeargle. I would have loved to see Decorate.
To avoid a water spout knock on the Torkoal. This Wood Hammer is going to come down.
That's going to be Water Spout and GG. Yeah, he's already standing up.
Yeah,
damn, bruh. Yo, coming back after game 1, getting hacked. That's what's up. Double KO. My boy, Nails. Let's fucking go. Woo! Yeah, let's go. My boy. Fuck yeah. Nah, that Urshifu made me laugh though. He tried his best. Urshifu did its job.